Colorado, pass me the fat. It's a big vibe, but the girls them know.
London, are you ready? Choro ja choro, choro 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 ja choro wo wo. Turn up the hands in my hands. You ready? Let's go, 1, 2. I don't wanna lose you this time. I will never. No time, I'm again. I winnie wanna your love. They do me one time. Oh my, I'ma get it on me. Show me how you feeling this time. I'ma say your love. Say now winnie wanna your love. They do me this time. Only you beyond my body.
People need to understand that Afrobeats is hip-hop attitude and mentality with a fusion of African sounds, hip-hop and dancehall and R&B. That's what Afrobeats is. And when you understand that, you understand the connected culture between young black people all over the world and why they can't stop us. We're 1 billion plus in Africa alone. We're another 100 million, 200 million outside Africa. And we are the trendsetters.
You know, when you talk of musical participation, see, on the grand spiritual game, you have to understand everything. Everything. You see now, when you hear something like this, I will teach you one, you know. When you hear like this. Hey, pass. You must all say pass. Pass. Okay, understand now, yeah. Oh, pass.
Dragon was the beginning of our journey as Storm, and my sort of first outing with entertainment in Nigeria. After that, we created a show. I created a show with them called Clapperboard Weekend Raps, which is also where we discovered a lot of talent for the first time. MC Tyranny, who's late now, rest in peace. Nuruddin Yusuf, who was the first artist Storm signed. Daddy Shoki, who showed up with the FBC crew from Ajegunle and was a rapper with a high top fade. You know, there's a whole bunch of people like that in 1992 that came through for Clapperboard Weekend Raps. We also created a show called Sounds of Urban Lagos that Olisa was presenting on Clapperboard. And Clapperboard is the first private television station in Nigeria. We had our show syndicated on 30 TV stations in 1992, Clapperboard Weekend Raps. And I think it's one of the first shows going around the country. And you can imagine that I had Jimmy, you know, I'm a DJ, so I'm thinking about this. So I had Jimmy doing the montage, scratching at the end of the show, every single episode. And when he scratches that montage, you say, come to Jimmy Jack Records for your mixtape, 17 Odo Street or Balande. And then it was later that, you know, when we're doing Clapperboard Weekend Raps, Junior and Pretty showed up. And the first time they showed up, they were rapping in American accents, yeah? And guys were rapping in American accents. And I sort of sat them down to one side and I said, well, it wasn't even just me, all of us, I think, sat them down and said, look, I'm particularly passionate about the music and about people. So I'm like, guys, have you ever seen an AK-47? They're like, no. Okay, you ever been to America? I said, no. But I said, but every day you go, you're on Ajegunle, right? You're on AJ City. I said, yeah. So you know Cutlass? I said, yeah. All these other things you sabi. I said, yeah. I said, talk about what you know with confidence, right? And speak about it from a natural place. Why don't you do it in pidgin English instead of doing accents that you're struggling with? Because here you're struggling to speak English, but if you enter pidgin and flow naturally, everything could change. So we didn't, and when you have these conversations with people, you don't know if they take it to heart, you don't know if they're upset. I don't know whether he wanted to do it, he didn't want to do it. And Junior was the guy, Pretty was like the backup, right? So they went away, and we were recording maybe once a month. So the next time we were recording, we used to tell people, when we were recording, come early and we'll listen to you. If you're good enough, we'll put you on TV. The next time we came, you know how it is, you already set up your big guys. You know that, okay, I'm putting you on Nadine, I'm putting you on Tribe of Troubadours, I'm putting you on Solid Groove. These were all these crews, you know. There was a crew out of Antony Village. This is 92. You know, these boys came back. And the honest truth is, we'd already finished an album with Nadine. He knows. Nadine was like gonna destroy Blackie, and Blackie was my friend, right? But I used to tell him, Edward, every day, I got this guy who's gonna kill you. And because Nadine was just super talented. He was like Drake before Drake. He could rap, he could do dancehall, he had a singing voice. And we finished Nadine's album, True Black Man, which is still unreleased, right? Because that day, that second recording, Junior and Pretty came back, and we didn't know what the hell happened. These boys took the mic, got on the stage, and scattered the entire place. Guy just started rapping in pidgin. He had written 4 songs. I'm telling you that everybody there just forgot what they were doing and was like, oh my God. You know, that time you see, it just all falls into place. You're like, my goodness. And I tell you something, till tomorrow, I really believe Junior and Pretty are kind of the founders of Afrobeats. Fame Music Awards, 1993, Album of the Year is Junior and Pretty. Monica.
About 1998 or thereabout, Willie Walkman, who used to be my PA, came into my office and said, oh, there's these 2 young boys, they know how to sing. Can you listen to them? I said, fine. I do that every day. I do that all the time. And then they came in. They sang, and they were good. And I promised I'll do whatever I can to help you guys. Some months down the line, Providence, I was going to run a show for Rockman's Groove nationwide, 30 shows. At this time, the Remedies had just released their hit single, Shakumo, and they were going to go on this show with Rothmans nationwide, 30 shows in 2 months. Big opportunity. And then I suddenly remembered, and I sent for those 2 young men that I had met. It took 2 days to find them, and no telephone then. And by the time I got them, I took them on to the audition, and the clients were so impressed that they signed them on as the second major act to the Remedies. So they became headliners too. And then they went around the country doing 30 shows. The least capacity audience we had must have been about 25,000 from Sokoto to Calabar to Mina to Katsina to Aba, Port Harcourt. We covered Nigeria comprehensively. Ilorin, Kano, Kaduna, we did it all. And this was the first time these guys were earning professional money. They didn't even have a record. They just ripped off a beat from Rakim, and then they did all their voices over it on playback. And those are the Plantation Boys.
Hey, yo, DJ, strictly business, man. Let's get down. Party people get down, you feeling lonely. That's right. We gon' tell you what you gotta do so you don't have to worry. Yeah, my father used to tell me that dreams come true. Now I believe I can find you.
Austin Amedu, Blackface, Innocent Idibia, Two-Face. And then when it was time for them to record, they came to me. I took them under my wing after this as Kwesai or semi-managers or just advisors. I never signed them on a contract, but I did everything for them that I could. And then they brought Chibuzo, who became known as Face. And that was how, by the time the world got to know about Plantation Boys, There were 3. As against the 2 that started. I did my bits. Baby, I had to babysit them through their recordings and whatever up until they had their first release, and they went on to become very, very successful.
And I still remember the day Nato and Tola walked in with Kimmy Big Deal. And this is after about 9 months of recording, and we're still looking for that record. But we already put out, you know, my P, we already put out stuff. And they came in, they played me 4 records. One was Superman, one was called Lover something, one was something, and one was Kimmy Big Deal. And I remember, I think I played Kimmy Big Deal 4 times in a row. I was like, I think you guys are gonna have to go to Joburg on Monday, because I think we need to make a video. And the video was like, yeah, we're gonna do it like a Secret Service video. You boys are gonna be in suits, be secret agents. Let's just change the P of what people think when they see artists from Nigeria. And you've got to tell you something, Nato became a style icon. You know, everybody knows the Hausa hat with the Western clothes. It's a Nato C thing. All our guys were wearing suits. Every artist in Nigeria started dressing up. All this thing came from somewhere. Dare's red carpet launch at Echo Hotel had 35 TV stations on it. Nobody has ever done a bigger red carpet launch, I don't think. It was the first one. So it's like sometimes we look back and we say, well, we did a lot of things that we did first, right? I remember fighting for Two-Face to be the first video on MTV Base. For me, these little things were really important, you know? Two-Face was not my artist. You know, it's not about that. It was about my country. And I wanted a situation where the first, and it's there for the records, Tuesday, 5th of April or whatever it was, 2004, the first artist that went live on the channel is Two-Face, African Queen. It wasn't an accident. Some of us did the work to make it happen. And as you're sitting here, then you understand that Two-Face becomes the face of the brand, and he gets embedded in the channel, and they take him all around the world, and he wins all the awards, and I'm happy.